Joining us now to tell us more about that is Paul Hedlund, an aviation attorney who's been involved in investigations of numerous plane crashes, including the ValueJet crash earlier this year in the Florida Everglades. He joins us now from Los Angeles. Welcome, Mr. Hedlund. Maybe I can just start off with the question I asked at the top. What are they looking for at this moment? We know they're concentrating on that center fuel tank, but what out of the center fuel tank?
Well, I think at this point they're looking for any fuel probes, anything that may have ignited the center tank fumes. And they're also looking for any further pieces. Don't forget, in Lockerbie, it was a fairly small piece.
Thumbnail size piece, I believe.
Yeah, it was a very, very small piece that they found that actually had residue sufficient to identify the explosive. So they're looking for both of those.
Well, let's just talk for a moment about the mechanical failure possibility, that some piece of equipment on that plane ignited that center tank, causing the explosion and tragedy. What is it in or around that tank that could do such a thing?
Well, there are a lot of electrical components that measure how much fuel is in there and that pump the fuel out of the tank and into the engines. And both of those components have electrical current that runs through them or are electrically operated.
What is it about those fuel pumps that could cause or would be a concern for causing an explosion?
Well, they've been known to fail before. They've been known to arc or spark, and whenever you have, it's been my opinion all along that only two things can bring down an airliner like this in this fashion. One is high explosive and the other is heavily aerated fuel. Heavily aerated fuel is exactly fumes. It's very little fuel, a lot of oxygen.
You said that there is a history of these fuel pumps arcing. Does that mean other fuel tanks have exploded from the same pump?
No. That just means that they've had a history. There have been some ADs that have suggested that certain electrical components concerning the fuel pump be replaced because they've noticed some irregularities, and it's just possible at this point.
Lockerbie, it was a thumbnail-sized piece. Any chance of bringing an important piece like that up off the ocean bottom?
Always a chance.